Hi there. Now let's talk about the Google Analytics. So before we get started there, I'm gonna ask you kindly to get a piece of paper. A pen, a pencil would be enough, okay? The only point on this one is to write down steps, write down notes so you can follow through accordingly. And follow the steps one step at a time and do not skip any step, okay? So it's very important to follow them and then so you won't have any problem later on. So once that's done, let's go into the browser. I'm currently using Microsoft Edge as of now, but if you want to choose Google Chrome, Mozilla Firefox if still there, Bing, Opera Mini or Opera, that is perfectly fine. There is no problem with that as long as you can access the internet, okay? So I have two sites here. First, what is Google Analytics? It's technically the same as Meta on Facebook. This is Facebook Meta. The idea of this is you're going to manage your campaigns, you're going to manage your ads. It's just like managing a business inside Facebook or Google. Because if Facebook has something like this platform, of course Google will be left behind, right? So technically this is Facebook Meta. I think I have a video about this on the previous uploads. Anyway, technically you just add your campaign here. You can run your ads here. Of course, all of us use Facebook, so you can all be familiar on the ads that you see sometimes on those posts. Those your friend has posted and then you have an ads, right? This is where they get that. Okay, so it's the same as Google, but in Google more on they're gonna show on websites. For example, if you're viewing YouTube, you're viewing Wikipedia, you're viewing Wix.com, and so on and so forth. That's where Google thrives. If Facebook is the one you're using, Meta, it only has the platform wherein Facebook matter. But Google has a more wide range of platforms that he can use his ads with, not the same as Facebook Meta. Okay. Anyway, we're done with Meta. Let's go on with Analytics Google. So the thing we're gonna hit here is we need a Google account, an email, so we can create an account. Okay. Especially you need access to that email. It's an active one. You know the password because we're gonna need verification for that. Now let me just check my recording, make sure everything is good. Okay, so this is the website. Please just copy the link. I am using Microsoft Edge, so it's gonna be analytics.google.com. Just search it up and then click the very first result on Google. This should be a landing page. From here on out, just click on start measuring right here. But let me just log in on my dummy account because I don't want to use my main one. Give me a second here. Perfect. So let me just start measuring right there. So this is the next page. Of course, if we're gonna use Google Analytics, it's the same as Facebook Meta. We're gonna ask for the account name. Let me just put here my favorite username. Let's try. And from here now, you can see a lot of options right here. The second options are account data share settings. I am aware that I am in a video last time about sharing your information, sharing your passwords on Google, and I strongly contradict or strongly suggest that don't ever save it. I remember that, but in here you have an option since this is analytics only, and if you want to tailor fit your experience here, you really need to give your information. It's really up to you. Just tick that box if you want. If not, just do not tick it. Okay, so click next right here. Property setup. Again, the property name is just gonna be the same as your account name, but here this is on the counterpart of Facebook Meta, if I'm not mistaken. This is the campaign name. So the account setup is your name itself, the account. Under account setup is property. There are a lot of properties in one account. So since this is the first property we're gonna create, let's just name this Les31. And then the time zone I'm gonna have is, of course, I'm gonna choose the one I have right here. Let me check Philippines right here. If you're in the United States, if you're, for example, you're in Argentina, Australia, please choose the country or time zone you have. Okay, and especially if you choose a country, you might as well choose the same currency you have right there. Let me just choose Philippine peso right here. I am actually putting everything here on the correct manner, in a sense that I want to have my experience, I want to have my analytics Google, I want to have my property as tailor fitted to my needs as it can. because this is the idea of this account. This is the idea of analytics. Okay, so if you click show advanced options right here, you can choose universal. However, if you choose universal, this is a much more complex, a much more complicated analytics Google feature. However, you will yield a better result. But since this is our first time, let's just hide that. Just go back to it when you're more experienced. Click next right there. Again, I always say tailor fit earlier, as you can see here. Help us tailor your experience by answering the following. So what industry are we targeting for this account? So you can choose whatever you have. Let's just choose one here. For example, I'm gonna choose gaming. I think there's a gaming here. Perfect. For all of the gamers out there, personally I'm a gamer. That's why I choose this one. Now, what is the business size? It doesn't mean that you see employees here that you're really the boss of them. You're really the CEO. When they say employees, it's for example, you're gonna ask somebody, a family member, a friend, to manage this analytics. Same goes with Facebook Meta. You're hiring freelancers, you're hiring a classmate, an old friend to manage this. So technically, they're your employees. So since we're just starting, I really suggest starting small. But if you're confident with it and you have experience with Facebook Meta, go on the large or very large employee section. I'm just too small here. Now, moving on, how do you want to intend to use Google Analytics with your business? Again, I am strongly suggesting tailor fitting everything by your experience to gain the perfect output for you. So example, option 1 is measure customer engagement with my site or app. That is good. Optimize my site and app experience. Of course, that is also good. Technically, everything here is good. However, again, if everything is good, it's not tailor fitted with your experience. Choose something that it's only tailor fitted for you, okay? So let's just choose that one. I like this one, of course, increase my conversions. And I think that's good for me. Measure lead generation. Now let's create. Now just read this one. This is just black and white confidential letter, like terms of agreements. I usually don't read this, but if you want, just do so. Click on accept. Perfect. It's created. So from here on out, Google is going to ask you your email communications. What kinds of promotions, what kinds of emails you want to receive on your Gmail that you use right here. Do you remember when I changed my email right here in the upper right? I'm going to receive performance suggestion updates, feature announcement, feedback and testing offers from Google if I check all of these. However, this is what I like about Google. It's giving me an option to choose what kind of emails I want to receive. So, personally, I don't like emails going to my end that I have no use for. So I'm just going to check whatever I want here. Let's choose feature announcement. That's good. Feedbacks, of course, and offers. I really don't want performance suggestions and updates. So let's just click save right there. So this should be your landing page. It's technically the same as Facebook Meta, but personally I like it more. It's more user friendly. Everything is here, product links, Google Ads Manager, and so on and so forth. You can even choose a platform specifically fitted for your analytics, even if it's web browser, a URL, an Android app, even an iOS app. Let me just check my recording right here. Perfect. Now, you can also go to reports right here, where you can create a report. However, as you can see that I have no data yet, since we haven't have a stream yet. It says here you need to collect a data first before you can check graphs here. So if you like the video, please hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you for watching, guys.